Hello, I'm delighted to spend a few minutes with you introducing Iiitb Bangalore and also introducing the Machine Intelligence and Robotics Center at Iiitb Bangalore. Iiitb Bangalore is a new age higher education institution which was established in 1999. Iiitb Bangalore focuses only on postgraduate institution and in information technology. So when I say information technology, so it covers all areas of information technology. Initially, we started offering broad-based MTech programs in information technology, but subsequently we have now started offering specific programs in computer science and engineering and electronics and communication engineering. So Master of Technology is our flagship program. We also started a 5-year dual degree integrated Master of Technology program, which was mainly intended for post 12th students, right? So that is a 5-year dual degree program, again in computer science and electronics and communication engineering. We also have a very strong group which focuses on social science. And these scientists look at the intersection of social science and information technology and its impact on the society. So we have also introduced a very new program, which is an MSc program in digital society, which is a 2-year program. And since Iiitb is a degree granting deemed university, so we also have 2 research programs, which is, of course, we have the PhD program, and we also have a Master of Science by Research. Now, the research at Iiitb is carried out in about 7 research domains. So the research domains are computer science and the theory and systems. We have research happening in the data science domain, and we have networking and communication, signal processing and pattern recognition, so VLSI and electronics, and also mathematics and basic sciences as well. So all our research now, everything culminates in our research centers. At Iiitb, we carry out research on funded projects. We have funding from the Government of India, Government of Karnataka, and even industry-sponsored research projects. So I want to spend a few minutes talking about Machine Intelligence and Robotics Center later on. But before that, I just want to give you a quick overview of our faculty profile, the kind of research that happens, what kind of structures we have at Iiitb Bangalore. So faculty members at Iiitb are all PhDs from reputed institutions from both India and abroad. So they have done PhDs in pretty much all areas of technology, covering computer science, electronics, and even social science, as I mentioned earlier. And in terms of the research support ecosystem, the majority of the research work, of course, is done by the research scholars who themselves are research students. We also have hired research associates who will support the funded research projects. So all in all, I think it's a very exciting place wherein we have what we like to believe as a research-led education, which means that whatever courses, whatever teaching that happens is inspired by the research that is happening. And of course, the same education, the courses that we teach feeds back into the research work that happens at Iiitb. So we have multiple research centers at Iiitb Bangalore. Of course, Machine Intelligence and Robotics Center is a center that is sponsored and supported by the Government of Karnataka. So we have other centers like the E-Health Research Center, wherein we work very closely with the leading medical institution called NIMHANS, right? And then we also have the Center for Data Sciences. I'm also happy to share that Iiitb recently got a 150 crore project, which is as part of the NM-ICPS project on advanced communication systems. So that, in a nutshell, is the various activities that are happening at Iiitb. Let me spend a few minutes talking about the work that is happening at Iiitb broadly in the areas of AI, ML, cognitive computing, and so on. So broadly, I want to highlight two centers that are there at Iiit Bangalore. One is the Machine Intelligence and Robotics Center, which we call as the Minro Center. So this is a center that was funded by Government of Karnataka, primarily to promote research in the space of AI, ML, and other related areas. So as part of this particular, so there are broadly three elements to the charter of this particular center. Of course, the research is the primary focus of this particular center. So research is carried out on all aspects of machine intelligence. So very exciting work is happening on multimodal speech and text processing. We have lots of work that's happening on video analytics, natural language processing, and all other related areas. And on the robotics side, now we are working on exoskeleton projects. We are working on smart harness for exoskeletons and including the industrial robotics as well. So in addition to this work on the Machine Intelligence and Robotics Center, which is supported by the Government of Karnataka, we also have industry-sponsored centers. For example, we have the Cognitive Center, Center for Cognitive Computing, which is being supported by Emphasis as part of their CSR activities. So there also we have a lot of interesting work that is happening on use of AI ML for education and as part of enhancing the education technology. And that also involves use of cognitive models for mapping learning abilities of students as well as the instructors as well. And in addition to that, we also have a very interesting project on how do you interpret the sign language. So is it possible to synthesize written text and create a synthesized sign language? So we are working with the Indian Sign Language, how to automatically generate Indian Sign Language from written text. So these are just some glimpses of the research that is happening in this particular space. As I mentioned, so the second key focus for the Minro Center is innovation, right? So the way we distinguish research from innovation is that innovation is what enables the research see the light of the day by applying it to some real problem. So this is where we work very closely with startups and try to help them take the research into real implementations. The third important aspect of the Minro Center is essentially providing the experience or dissemination of the research. Because we believe that, yes, doing closed blue sky research is important, but at the same time, we purely from the government perspective, so the government is interested in making the citizens of the state, familiarize them with all the potential of new technologies. So as part of that, dissemination is also one of the charters for this particular center. So as part of the dissemination activities, we conduct conferences, workshops, even webinars on very specific topics with eminent speakers by inviting eminent speakers. We also try to collaborate with industry and other education institutions as well. In fact, there are lots of exciting programs that are lined up. For example, how do you so we have even physically established what we call as the Experience Center in the Iiitb campus. So once the pandemic eases, we are very excited to actually invite people to take a look at some of the innovations that are happening in this particular space. And we also intend conducting targeted webinars and workshops. For example, how can government civil servants get the most out of analytics and AI, right? So that is one such program that we are planning. How do you excite school children? How do you excite college students? Because now it is turning out that everybody is expected to have an understanding of this particular area. So how do you disseminate information and make them more AI literate and ML literate? So that is also another charter. So all in all, I'm very excited that Iiitb seems to be the happening place for all aspects in the latest fields of technology, covering the entire spectrum of activities. And more so, I try to showcase some of the key elements of the machine intelligence and AI activities that are happening at Iiitb. Please feel free to go through the demos that we will make available, online demos, and also we'll be happy to host any sessions as and when needed. Thank you.